So, suggestions on increasing mindfulness throughout a busy day. I don't know. I mean, read my booklet is the first thing, because in the booklet it does give suggestions, specifically relating to a busy day. No?
Do you know what I call those?
Go for it.
I call those mini meds.
I like your mini meds.
Mini meditations.
Yeah.
It's mini medication, mental medications. But I can find those at various times during the day. Not being able, if you're able to take your mind away from your physical work or whatever it is you're actually doing, you don't want to be doing a dangerous job or driving or something of that effect. Even though when we're driving, as everyone knows, you'll be aware of driving, and the next moment you're aware of driving, you may have covered a mile or two, and you really think about it, you think, well, what happened? I actually drove and I didn't really realize I was driving, but still, with many meditations, I find it's helpful to me if I become frustrated, or if I become confused, or if I become any change in my mental attitudes. Just take a few moments, a minute or two, or 5 minutes, not to just shut down completely, but to become aware, become centered, become aware of the fact that you have a brain and what your brain is doing, and whether or not you need to slow down and reevaluate the moment, change the moment, and look at it from a perspective that, was I worried about something that has just happened in the past? Or am I projecting too far into the future and worrying about things that may or may not occur in the future? And once I center myself, then I become calmer and more rational in my thinking. Those I've used for a long time. If I don't want to take a 15 or a 20 or a 30-minute period for a quote formal meditation session, then I can use what I call mini meds to just recenter myself and start over again.
Yeah, for sure. Taking stock of your situation. I think one other thing to do is to get this in your mind that you can do it and be ready for it. So a busy days generally tend to, unless you're talking about one busy day or something, you're probably talking about 5 days of your week or something like that. And in that case, it's something that you can prepare for, because you know what tomorrow is probably going to be like, what sort of events it's going to include. You're probably going to have to deal with this situation, that situation, and so you can prepare mentally and think how you're going to be mindful in this situation, looking back at how you weren't mindful in that situation, and so on, and can develop a routine, or not necessarily a routine, but at least you can be ready to respond to certain situations. So when you get angry, you remind yourself, yes, this is the time to take a mini med.
But we're not talking in terms of not thinking about the future, not planning for the future at all. We don't even mean that, or I don't suggest that, or don't think in those terms. But what I do think of, when you're thinking of the future and more or less, I would say, fantasizing or making up things about the future that may negatively affect me in the present, those are the type of things that I feel should not be entertained when you're thinking about the future. Sure, you can plan. Yeah. You've got to do that in society today. There's no way around it, no matter whether it's family concerns or work concerns or the future of your finances or whatever it is. You're going to have to plan for the future. And I don't think anyone means to not plan for the future in that respect, but just the fact that watch what you are thinking about concerning the future, is whether or not it's productive or not, or if it's a negative thought projected into the future, then I think we should bring ourselves back to the realities of the present moment and start over again.
The point is think with wisdom. No, if you're thinking with wisdom, think with clarity of mind. If you have those qualities, then they take the anger out, they take the negativity out, they take the attachment out, they take the partiality out. You want to be objective and clear in mind when you plan, right? No one wants to be planning with partial, imbalanced thoughts, and yet this is what we often do. Right? We're hoping for this or hoping for that, and scheming for this and scheming for that. And so this corrupts us, and it corrupts our future.
There's a question on history a little bit about Buddhism, I guess. Someone